Hi, I'm Jessie Grayson. In 2016, I broke my little toe and it changed my life forever. I had been a competitive bodybuilder at the time and I was working as a personal trainer. I just moved to the other end of Australia all by myself when I broke my little toe. It just never healed right and I couldn't walk on my foot for a year and no one could tell me why. In the meantime, I had a bunch of other symptoms going on, but no one really put two and two together until about a year later when I was diagnosed with psoriatic arthritis. That's really changed my life for me. I've not trained since I broke my little toe. Every time I try and go back, something happens. My immune system shuts down, something breaks, not literally, but I just can't get back into training. I've been working in an office environment, contract management for property developers, which is something I've been doing for the last 15 years. And it's a really high pressure, high stress job. It's really important that you get everything right all the time because there's thousands to hundreds of thousands to sometimes even millions of dollars on the line. But obviously once I got diagnosed with psoriatic arthritis, doctors wanted to treat me with immunosuppressants amongst other things. And that's where problems really started arising. They put me on a sulfasalazine first, and that made me so ill, so ill. I really got a newfound respect for clarity of mind and having enough energy to get out of bed. If you don't have those two things in life, you pretty much don't exist. Sulfasalazine stripped those from me. In the process, I wasn't a stellar employee. I was so sick I could barely walk, barely drive, let alone manage contracts. I ended up losing that job and I stopped taking sulfasalazine, one, because it was making me really sick, two, because I couldn't afford to take it anymore because I was now unemployed. So I spent a period of time in unemployment and I recovered from the drugs and I started to feel a bit better. And because I felt better, I applied for another job and I got it. Started my new job, was learning the ropes. At about the same time, I've gone back to my specialist who wants to put me on another immunosuppressant. So this time we tried methotrexate, which was just awful, so awful. And it made me really sick, brain fog, no energy, can barely function. Again, this impacted the quality of my work. And there was this downward spiral of me being physically ill, not being that great an employee, and ended up losing that job as well. And then that's when I realized that I no longer have the capacity to work full time. I just can't. Every time I try and push myself, I break. Whereas before I used to get up at 5 a.m, run 10K, work a super high pressure job for 10 hours a day, go train weights, hour and a half, another 20 minutes of cardio, and I would do that 6 days a week, no problem. But I've had to let that side of my life go. I just can't do it. So I've transitioned to part-time work, started another job, and again, I'm now currently untreated and it's time to go back to the specialist. He's going to put me on some more immunosuppressants, which I'm terrified of taking because they're going to impact my ability to think, my ability to function, and then it will flow on and it will impact the quality of my work. And I might end up losing my job again if it's not a good drug for me. And I just can't risk that anymore. Twice is enough. So I'm in this real catch-22 situation where I can't work enough to earn enough money to live. Can't live on part-time money, but I'm going to have to somehow. I'm in pain from my condition. My hands hurt, my feet hurt. I can't clap my hands, I can't wash my hands, I can't lean on bike handles if I want to go for a bike ride. There's all these weird little things that you'd never think will impact you, but it does. My feet hurt so much, it feels like I've done a 20K hike every day. It makes it hard to wear appropriate shoes to work, working in this high-powered corporate environment in very fancy offices. They like you to look a certain way, dress a certain way. It's kind of an unspoken part of having a job, and I've really struggled to comply with that as I've gotten sicker and sicker. I haven't told anyone in my professional life that I have an autoimmune disease because it will impact my employment. It will impact my ability to get another job and the next job. It's a small industry, it's a small world, everyone knows everyone these days it seems. And I just don't want that going against me. So it makes it really hard when work asks me to do extra things like I've gone part-time, but now they want me to work full-time to cover this and cover that or make up this. And I can't say no. If I work full-time, I'll get too sick and I'll break, and then I won't be a great employee for you. So it's this struggle of hiding how ill I am, hiding how hard it is for me to use the computer, hiding how hard it is for me to walk in my high heels from 15 minutes to the car park to the office, and hiding how tired it's making me and how ill it is, how ill it makes me, which is basically my life now, is hiding this aspect of me, struggling to survive, too scared to treat my condition because the cures have really been worse than the disease. And I know that's not true for everyone, but it's been very, very true for me. And that's where I'm stuck at the moment. I don't know what the way forward is. I'm trying to get some passive streams of income where I can work from home to buffer my part-time work. And I guess sometime this year I will have to go back to the specialist and they will put me on more drugs, and I will have to see how it goes. But that's been my life for 2.5 years now. All right, thanks. Bye.